Hello, third graders. Right now we are going to work on comparing fractions with the same numerator. In the past we have been working on fractions with the same denominator, but today the numerator will be the same and the denominator will be different. Before we begin, I need you to make sure that you have a packet of your fraction tiles. If you don't have them, you can go grab some, pause the video, and I'll be waiting for you. All right, the first thing I would like for you to do when you open up your fraction tiles is I would like for you to get one piece of each fraction tile out of the denominators I have listed here. And I have them shown in front of us. I have 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/8, 1/10, and 1/12. I believe you have all these pieces. If you don't, that's okay. You can always look at my screen to help you. But I just want you to lay out one piece of each and lay them in order like I do. You can pause the video while you get that taken care of. But I want you to notice, to take just a moment to see what you notice about these fraction pieces. And I notice that when I look at these fraction pieces, I can compare them by thinking about the denominator. And it looks to me like the bigger the denominator, the smaller pieces. And that seems kind of weird because usually when we have big numbers, we think that that's bigger. But in this case, my denominator, for example, my denominator of 1/2, this tells me that it takes two pieces to make the whole. My denominator of 1/8, it tells me it takes 8 pieces to make a whole fractions. So I can compare fractions by thinking about the size of my denominator. The bigger the denominator, the smaller my pieces. And in fact, I'm just going to write that down right here. The bigger the denominator, the smaller my pieces. And that is something I want you to remember when you are comparing fractions. That if the numerator is the same, just like we have these numerators in each of these, it's only one piece. The denominators make up the difference in that. That the larger the denominator, the smaller the piece. That's because you're cutting it into larger pieces. I think I've also kind of compared this to, let's say that we have a classroom, and the more people that come into the classroom, the less room we have. Or the more things we put into the classroom, the less room we have. That's the same thing for fractions. The more pieces you cut it into, the less space you have for each piece. Okay, so we're going to compare some fractions. I want you to grab out 2/6 and 2/8. 2/6 and 2/8. I have them on the screen in front of you, but I want you to physically see them. 2/6 and 2/8. And lay them out in front of you, and we can see that 2/8 is smaller than 2/6. And that might seem weird because 8 is bigger than 6, but I want you to think of the whole unit of fractions. Think of how these fractions are in one unit, they are the same size, and the top fraction, 2/8, is broken up into 8 pieces. So that means there's less room for each piece. And 2/6 is cut up into less pieces, so there's more room. Okay? These fractions here, we've got 3/4, 3/6, and 3/8. I want you to get 3/4, 3/6, and 3/8, lay them out in front of you so you can physically see how they compare to each other. Okay? We can see that 3/4 is cut up into less pieces than 3/6 and 3/8, so the amount is larger. Same thing for 3/6. It's cut up into less pieces than 3/8, so it is larger than 3/8, but it is not as large as 3/4. And 3/8 is the smallest fraction because it is cut up into the most pieces. Now, one thing we haven't done yet is we're going to go back to the fractions we just compared, 2/8 and 2/6. I want us to practice using fraction soldiers to compare these fractions, because I said in another recording that fraction soldiers is going to be the easiest and quickest way for you to compare fractions. So here I've got 2/8 and I've got 2/6. And if I want to quickly compare these fractions, because we won't always have fraction tiles in front of us, and we won't always be able to draw out fractions and cut them into all these pieces. So I'm going to quickly multiply the denominator of one fraction by the numerator of the other. 6 times 2 is 12. And I'm going to multiply the denominator by the other fraction by the numerator of the other. 8 times 2 is 16. And I'm looking at these fractions, and 16 is larger than 12, right? So that means that 2 6 is larger than 2 8, and we see that in our fraction bars. Let's practice that with the other fractions we were doing, with 3/4, 3 6, and 3 8. And there will be times when you have to compare three fractions. Well, let's compare 3/4 and 3 6. Now, fraction soldiers only worked with two fractions at the one time. So it might take a little time, but you'll just have to go through the process of elimination. 6 times 3 is 18. 4 times 3 is 12. So I can see that 12 is smaller than 18. So 3 6 is smaller than 3/4. Okay? Now I'm going to put up 3 8 next to 3 6 and multiply that together. 8 times 3 is 24. And 6 times 3 is 18. Now when I compare those two numbers, 3 6 is larger than 3 8. Okay? So there will be times where you have to compare three fractions and put them in order. Let's practice some of these fractions without the fraction bars. So I want you to pause the video, put the fraction bars back into the fraction bags, and we're going to put some fractions in order just with the fraction soldiers. All right, so we've got 4 9s and 4 7s. Okay, 7 times 4 is 28. 9 times 4 is 36. So it's looking like 4 9s is smaller than 4 7s. Let me make that look like 36 instead of 30. All right, so let's compare 4 9s and 4 5ths. Five times 4 is 20. 9 times 4 is 36. I almost said 32. Woo! 36. So when I'm comparing 4 9s and 4 5ths, 4 9s is smaller. So if I was going to put these fractions in order, let's look at them and see. Let's see if I'm going to compare. Out of these, 4 9s is smaller than 4 7s. 4 9s is smaller than 4 5ths. So it looks like 4 9s comes first. Correct? Now I have to decide which comes next. 4 7ths or 4 5ths. Well, I will do fraction soldiers just to double check my work, but I can also realize that when my numerators are the same and I'm comparing the denominators, what did we decide a few slides ago? Let's go back to it and double check what we wrote down. That the bigger the denominator, the smaller my piece. The bigger the denominator, the smaller my piece. So my fraction soldiers will show me that 4 7ths will be smaller than 4 5ths. And let me double check and see. 5 times 4 is 20. 7 times 4 is 28. What do you know? 4 7ths is smaller than 4 5ths. So if I'm going to compare these fractions, 4 9ths, 4 7ths, and I'm running out of room, but it would be 4 5ths, putting these guys in order. All right. Thank you for working with me. Please rewatch this video over and over and over again to help you with comparing fractions with the same numerator, different denominator, by comparing their size, and also by doing the fraction soldiers.